Ladies and gentlemen, if you like that last fight, two of the smallest competitors that you're going to see in this cage, this next one is two of the biggest competitors you're going to see in the cage. Ladies and gentlemen, this next fight is for the inaugural Honor Fighting Championship Amateur Super Heavyweight title. And it's a matchup of two undefeated fighters. Making his way to the cage, he's gonna fight out of the blue corner, Ian Suttles.
Super heavyweight title on the line here at Honor Fighting Championship 3, and this is a fight I think a lot of people had circled on their fight card here tonight. Ian Suttles and Nick Brashear. First we've got coming out of the blue corner, Ian Suttles, 5-0, 21 years old, fighting out of Valparaiso, Indiana. Looking to pick up here the super heavyweight title.
Well, we got #1 in Indiana at a heavyweight at amateur versus #1 at super heavy in Ohio. This is going to be a fun one.
Exactly. The interesting thing is Suttles, a long wrestling background, good wrestling pedigree, one of the top heavyweights in Indiana during his high school career. But that's at heavyweight. This is a super heavyweight fight. Fighting a guy that's a really big, I mean, when he embodies super heavyweight and Nick Brashear, that's got to be tough against a guy who's even bigger than you, even when you're a heavyweight.
Well, one thing is, if you're a super heavy, you don't have to make that weight limit. So maybe not having to make that cut has helped him out. You never know.
The crazy thing about this, both of these guys, you look at them and you see their size, you would think that there's no way they can be athletic. These are two of the best athletes I think I've seen in the heavyweight or super heavyweight division ever. One of the things I talked to Ian Suttles, he was joking with me, he said he can walk on his hands for an extended period of time, so that's a pretty athletic dude right there.
Man, I saw a big guy like this do a backflip right in front of me. I don't doubt these guys no more.
Coming out of Valparaiso, Indiana, Ian Suttles in the cage. Josh Steins going to bring out his opponent.
And he will make his way to the cage to fight out of the red corner, Nick Brashear.
Nick Brashear, fighting out of John Kim's Martial Arts, 7-0 on his career, made his debut way back in 2010. Already has 2 titles under his belt. One of the interesting things is this was actually originally slated as a pro fight to happen back in January, and then they changed the rules in Ohio where now you have to have 9 fights to go pro, and they said that these guys couldn't go pro, so they said, hey, we'll fight for an amateur title. We take a look here at the tail of the tape. You see 15 years the elder is Nick Brashear. Both guys coming in over 6 feet tall, and you see the undefeated records for both guys there.
Both guys super tough, great record at amateur. This is going to be a barn burner. One thing we know about the heavyweights is they are heavy hitters.
And exactly what I was going to say, Nick Brashear got his start actually in independent wrestling and wrestled in his debut wrestling match with CM Punk in a battle royal all the way back in, I believe, 2002 or 2003. And decided he always loved MMA and wanted to get in there and try it out. And, might have that amateur wrestling background, but kind of came up through the ranks, and he can hit with the best of them. He was getting worked in his fight against Dave Morgan a couple of years ago, and just hit him with a big right hand and dropped him in the second round, and that was all she wrote for Big Dave Morgan. And that's a guy that was even bigger than him, about 350 pounds. So
one thing I know is, guys, do not blink, because it'll be over in a second.
And Suttles said he predicts a first-round finish, either a TKO or a submission. And I think Brashear might expect this fight to go all 3 rounds. Josh Steins with the official introduction.
One thing, looking at both guys, you can really see the size difference.
Title bout is scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds. Introducing first, he will fight out of the blue corner. He has a perfect 5-0 record, and he is an independent fighter who weighed in at 282.5 pounds. From Valparaiso, Indiana, Ian the Destroyer Suttles. And to my right, He will fight out of the red corner. He has a perfect record of 7 wins against those 0 losses. He fights for John Kim's martial arts, and he weighed in at 335 pounds. From Brook Park, Ohio, Nick the Vanilla Gorilla Brashear. Your referee in charge will be Chad Trugovich.
All right, gentlemen, bring it in. All right, here we go. This is for the Honor Fighting Championship Super Heavyweight title. Follow the rules, obey my commands at all times. Do you have any questions from either of you? Touch gloves and let's go to war.
Gotta love a guy who's got a
Good luck,
Boston
guys.
crab tattooed on his arm. That is awesome.
With the nickname Vanilla Gorilla.
Oh, man.
Super heavyweight title on the line. Ian Suttles in the black, Nick Brashear in the blue. Chad Trukovich will try to tame these 2 wild beasts here as they start immediately. Up against the cage now. Suttles looking to try to get the takedown. And as soon as-
Very good job by Suttles, but great defense by the Vanilla Gorilla.
Yeah, and it's every time they clinch up against the cage moves. Glad we got some reinforcements here at Honor Fighting Championships. Brashear now throwing a couple punches. There's a big right hand uppercut.
Ooh, both guys throwing big punches. Man, it's got to be hard to get these guys up.
Brashear here with a nice takedown defense. Suttles trying to go for the double leg.
Suttles got to be careful because having a big, heavy guy like that, if he starts pushing his weight forward onto your back, it's going to be very difficult to transition. Great work, good way to control by ankle picking, trying to pull him off the cage.
Brashear now back to his feet though, gets that vertical base. Trying to channel my inner Jim Ross here with the pro wrestler in the cage.
Oh, we're here to witness a slobber knocker.
Might see Nick Brashear do some OCW wrestling here at one of these Honor Fighting Championships events. Suttles with a big right hand.
Boy, what a chin.
And Brashear is a hard guy to put down. He's been hit pretty heavily in his career. He's now throwing some big shots. That was a big knee.
Ooh, big right hand.
He's got Suttles up against the cage.
And these
Brashear
boys knocked down the
teeing off.
camera stand next to me.
Now he's
Oh,
starting
he
to
hit
go
him. That's
out.
it. That's it. This fight,
might be over.
this is over.
Chad Trukovich
That's it.
taking a look at it. Wow. Surprised he hasn't stopped this yet.
Suttles needs to grab a hold of something. Oh, those
Big
knees are
knee to the body there
devastating.
from Brashear. He's got a little under a minute left to go. See if he can finish this fight. Looking for another knee to the body here. And Suttles just looked like that took the air out of him. He's still looking for a takedown.
He's not trying to move, and it's got to be difficult with carrying so much weight on the small pocket of your back in the center. He needs to get active.
Suttles not even trying to get up here out of this position. 30 seconds left.
The only problem is Brashear's not really landing anything significant, so Chad doesn't want to stop it.
Especially in the title fight. Now he's flattened out.
Oh, that's not good.
Suttles eating a lot of punishment here.
Suttles needs to try to trap an arm.
Now Chad Trukovich stops it. Nick Brashear with the win.
He got
That
hit
was a
hard.
battle of wills. First round stoppage there for Nick Brashear. Interestingly enough, just the second first round stoppage of his career. So he's used to going to the deep waters, but he's going to be the new super heavyweight champion here at Honor Fighting Championships, the Vanilla Gorilla.
Very disappointed Suttles in the corner.
Take a look here at the replay. You see Brashear just landing some punches here. Nice knee there. And I don't know if that looked like it might have been
low.
Yeah, either low or definitely to the Trukovich was right there. Suttles not really complaining about it though. We're going to take a look here.
Honor Fighting Championship fans, you saw it. It will be at 2 minutes and 44 seconds of round one. Referee Chad Trugovich has stopped the fight TKO due to strikes. Your winner in the red corner and new amateur Amateur Super Heavyweight Champion, Nick the Vanilla Gorilla Brashear.
Nick Brashear picking up his third belt.
I mean, we're going to need an extension on that.
All right, Nick Brashear, the new and first ever Honor Fighting Championship Super Heavyweight Champion. Those are two big guys, and we were saying as soon as you guys hit each other, the whole cage was moving. So I'm glad we have some reinforcements here. But talk us through the fight, man. You looked like you started just back him up in the corner, dropped him, and then just started teeing off on him.
Yeah, had a little bit of trouble wrestling with him early, but I was able to get out of that. I was able to land a punch that kind of shocked him. I hit a big knee to the gut that pretty much put him down, and I was able to ride him out and pound him out.
I know you've waited a long time, and you thought you were going to make your pro debut earlier this year. I know, hopefully after this fight, I know you want to go pro. So is this your last amateur fight?
Yes, yes, yes. I will call Bernie myself and say, give me my pro card. I want it. It got taken from me, and I think I just proved that I should be able to go pro.
Exactly, 8-0 now, and I know you've got a lot of people to thank, man.
Oh man, there's a long list. Thank my baby daughter Rowan, my wife Stephanie, my family that all came out, my friends that came out. Most of all, my coach, Master John Kim. My new coaches, Derek, Nemo, Dominic Crazzo, who's been helping out. All my teammates, Trevor, kicked a lot of ass today. Chris, everybody else, Abe, Kyle. Everybody that trains with me and makes me a better fighter.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, the Vanilla Gorilla and new Honor Fighting Championship Super Heavyweight Champion, Nick Brashear.